So, as you're all probably aware by now, there's been some rumours started by God knows who about beef between me and a certain bald YouTuber. People's been saying that he copied me, and I can't confirm or deny it, but it's probably true. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, my mum thinks it is. So, been reading the comments. There's others like me anyway. There's at least 3 or 4 people looked at it and thought similarly. And we all know that it's this walking tour malarkey on YouTube it's tough at the best of times, cutthroat in fact. I mean, just the other day I was crossing border lines, sort of state lines if you will, and I ended up in the Durham Dawdlers turf. That could have ended up worse. Not very long ago I was accosted by a few of the top members of the Middlesbrough Moochers. So yeah, this walking tour guide on YouTube stuff, it's not an easy gig. So the last thing I want is people spreading rumours about my turf, my territory, and copying and that. Because yeah, that's just not what we need at all. So anyway, I'm here to put the record straight. Because another thing he said, and I've actually got a screen grab. Watch this. Give us a second. Look at that. That's what he said about this city. So yes, I'm here to put the record straight. I'm here to prove that Sunderland isn't what he said. And that is what he said. So today, gonna forget about all the beef, and we're gonna head to the beach to prove that Sunderland is a lovely place to be, and that Saturdays like this, because it is a Saturday, are a great day out for family, you know what I mean, shopping. We're gonna disprove the remarks that many of these lying, walking tour YouTubers have been saying about my city, about our city. Nah, loads of people do this type of thing, come up from like Plymouth to Blandford Street. No, I am joking. So we're on the way to the beach now, guys. So this is the Weymouth Bridge. Let's have a little look at where we're headed. The beach is over there. So that's the Sunderland Riverside. Really nice actually. Hopefully it looks good on camera, it's really nice. We do have a beautiful riverside, although one of the major things that stops it from being as popular as it definitely should be is the connection to the road. So I don't know if many of you viewers have been to Newcastle, but their quayside you can get there on the bus. You'll never see a bus there. Oh, there's the metro. Let's have a look at the metro. Sunderland Transportation. It's about 25-minute walk this from the town centre where I just was to the beach, which isn't that much. Tiny bit too much to make it properly accessible. Down there is the National Glass Centre, which is soon to be, you guessed it, shut down. Another unfortunate loss for Sunderland, but they're going to rip it up and put it into bits in other places. But there, can you see the glass floor? You probably can't, but it's there. Trust me on that. And it is scary. Definitely press vanilla. Thank you. So, but I didn't even vanilla in any of the machines. I got one and the milk was rotten. So the milk was off in that one. Another time I went... Actually, do you know what? Every other time, I can't remember a time that they've had vanilla in the machines. When I press vanilla latte on a machine. And it tastes more like plastic. I'm done with Costa. Sunderland Marina. I'm actually really happy to show you this because anybody that comes to Sunderland, actually maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming most people who come to Sunderland are coming for the gigs and stuff, and they might forget how close they are to the sea. And we've got really nice things going on at this part of the city. Like that bird there had a blue shiny stripe, never seen one before in my life. Fishing impossible. Let's read a few of these names out. Kraken is a far out. Wild Dragon, Moorhen, Doggy Paddle, Pirate 21, Razzmatazz down there, the maroon one, Calford. Do you know, I used to come here a lot and I always really liked that kingfisher shaped one. I think that's a really beautiful little boat. Kingfisher 2, that is a sequel as well. So what would you name your aquatic craft? I think I would call mine something like Galahad. That sounds like a drink. Reaver. That was the name of my first blue staff. Never seen in there before. Obviously it's not going to look amazing in this weather. And no, I didn't choose this weather for the agenda or anything. It's a Saturday. Saturday. About 3:30 I think again. Around about the time I get to film. What do you think though? Let me know if you like this place, if you've been, if you'd like to visit. Maybe I can answer some questions. I don't know too much about maritime matters. Maritime matters? But I imagine there's people who do know, so they could maybe help you out in the questions, in the comments, with your questions. Just imagine this is sunny, and there's actually loads of people on the boats. You can see that it looks, could be like a different country. And the sun's blaring. But on a day like this, I really like it. It's got sort of a melancholy Sweden look. See that? The Torm Adventurer. Sometimes when there's a weird ship comes in, I will go onto this website, I can't remember what it's called, but it lets you know. It's a bit like that 24 flight tracker, 24-hour flight tracker, whatever it's called. Similar to that, where you check where that's been, where it's going, and it is really interesting. The last one I checked it had like 4 pillars. Turns out that it had been to Monaco or Morocco. Either way, it was pretty far. So you've got ships from all over, international ships coming in. So it's still a decent port here in Sunderland. And this area is usually full of fishermen. Let's have a look at today's catch. And I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I watch them roll away again. Whoa, I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. So this usually is the place where you see all the fishermen, and they're not here, so they must know something I don't about fish. What do you call it again when they're not in season or something? It's not that. So yeah, this area normally chock-a-block with fishmen's. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the beach. I'm happy that really happy actually that we've got this beach. This is a bit rockier than I remember this one, but it's not a rock beach like Brighton. Another story, I once took my cossie and a blanket to lie down when I went to Brighton. thought I was going to go in the water and have a really relaxing sunbathing sesh, and it was like this. Just sharp rocks everywhere. On the night, not when it's windy like this, but you get people, and I love to see this, with barbecues, gazebos, parasols and stuff, you know, making a bit of a night of it. Well, it is absolutely winter today, so I don't expect there to be many, but it's really nice. And come summer, this place will be absolutely heaving, and that's really nice to see, you know. Cannot wait for that. If the gate's open, I'll walk along that. It takes about, I think it's about 10 minutes. Nah. Actually, I don't know how long that is. But that's really nice. And it looks like there's no fishermen there, so I'm assuming that's closed. But you do see what they're called, dolphins and, not porcupines, they're called, forgetting all the name. Porpoise? Early onset for me, I think, or I just woke up a bit too early. Quite fierce today. The wind is really blowing as well. I don't know if this is picking it up, but it's really windy. Something I always want to find at the beach, and I have looked a little bit. Have you heard of ambergris? Whale vomit. I used to collect fragrances, and one of the ingredients was whale vomit. There's another one called, what's it called? Castoreum or something? Basically, it's the gland of a dead beaver or something. They'll have to kill the beaver. Anyway, ambergris, whales must vomit in the sea, and then it sort of solidifies on the outside, I think. It becomes waxy or some sort of thing like that. And then, oh, I found some. A bit of flint. That's a beautiful one, actually. I'm keeping that. Actually, no, the government, I don't know if you're allowed. I'll just throw that away. So ambergris. I'm actually running out of battery. I hope I get to show what I want to show, which is this beautiful beach. What do you think? I think it's great. Fair enough, obviously it's a great day. Look at that sky. So it's not looking even 10% as good as it looks in the summer, and it still looks good. And I don't know if you can imagine, because I imagine many of you don't live next to the sea, but this, I'll try and describe this. Salty, freezing crisp, fresh. It's very nice. Probably does wonders for your lungs. Day out at the beach. And there's a rumour that you get tired after the salty air. I don't know if that's a northeast thing specifically, but if you ever go home and say I'm shattered, they say it's because of the sea air or the salty air or something. Is it a myth? Who knows? I'll try and get this last little bit of the Seaburn beach, so you can just let me know if you think it looks nice. Obviously, it's just to show outside of the city centre. You know, it's not that far away. The city centre's just over there, really. So it's not an outrageous walk, but it's a very good one if you get to do it. Onion pods. If you think they look a bit scary, when I was a kid, it is a bit weird here, but when I was a kid, they used to do great Halloween, like, displays, something like that. It was like, each one of them would be open with lights and ghouls and stuff. It was really cool. So let's hope that sign is true, because the other toilets were locked. And it's been 27 minutes since then, so you can imagine cold. Still need a bit of relief. Aha, is that it? Right, so Roker Park. We've got a bowling alley, refurbishment, gentleman's toilet. Do I use it? Look at that. Before I get in here, I'm gonna make sure. Oh, whoa! So this is the toilet. Never knew that was there. This is horrible, but really cool. Does that mean it's engaged? I'm going in. Oh. How did the camera get that? So here there used to be a tiny little train that you could actually sit on. I don't know when that closed, but I do remember I was really young. That has to be it, I'm afraid. I've definitely run out of battery. So I'll quickly point out